Namaskaraha. I hope I am audible. Let's start the class. Vandetam madavaranendra vadanam madbhagadheya kritim shunda danda suchalanena jagatam mayantaraya mayan vidravya pranati prasanna hridayo yo nukta eva swayam rakshatyanvaham atmanoti birudam vaidyesha putrabhidham. So there are some questions about yesterday's class. Yesterday, the meeting ended abruptly. I didn't mean to end the webinar. I had just exited and I wanted to get back, but the webinar ended. So we created a new meeting and the class did go on. So for those of you who did not receive the link to the new class, I am very sorry. I was told that each student will get a message once the new link has been created. But in case you have not received the link yesterday, the recording will be uploaded very soon. So I am sorry for that, and hope I am loud and clear now. Continue with the class. So Ashadhabhuti story we were seeing, and yesterday we covered a bit of the story, not much, but we'll do a quick recap. Athaivam gacchati kale Ashadhabhutis chintayamasa. So he tried hastapada avamardhanadi paricharyaya saha Devasharmanam paritosham anayat. So he tried to please Devasharma by providing various types of service, and even then Devasharma did not trust this Ashadhabhuti. So he thought of that kim divapi shastrena marayami, kimva visham prayachami, kimva pashudharmena vyapadayami. So should I strangle him like an animal? Should I kill him in broad daylight? Should I give him poison? What should I do? He is not trusting me. Evam chintayatas tasya devasharmanopi shishyaputraha kaschit gramad amantranartham samayataha. So when Ashadhabhuti was plotting this in his mind, a certain shishya of Devasharma came to visit him and invite him to his own house, to his house in some village. Prahaja Bhagavan Pavitraropana Krite Mama Griham Agamyata. So please come to my house for the ceremony of Pavitraropana, so which has also been given as Yajnopavita Dharana ceremony, or it could mean Pavitraropana, as in the case of invoking some other deity by wearing the sacred Pavitra. Tachrutva Devasharma Ashadhabhutina saha prahrishtamanav prasthitaha. So he started with Ashadhabhuti. Tasya gacchataha agre kachin nadi samayata. So on the way there appeared a river. So they had to cross the river. Tam drishtva matram kakshantarad avatarya kantha madhye suguptam nidhaya snatva devarchanam vidhaya tadanantaram Ashadhabhuti midamaha bho Ashadhabhute. So once he saw the river, he wanted to take bath and then perform devatarchana. So what did he do? Kakshantarad avatarya kantha madhye suguptam nidhaya. So he took a piece of tattered garment, kantha, and he placed the matra, the bundle of money that he had been protecting so long, safely in that kantha, rolled it up, suguptam nidhaya, placed it in such a manner that it was well guarded. Snatva, having taken bath, devarchanam vidhaya, after performing devatarchana, tadanantaram Ashadhabhutim aha bo Ashadhabhute yavadaham purishotsargam kritva samagachami tavadesha kantha yogeshwarasya savadhanataya rakshaniya. So this kantha has to be taken care of you. I will finish, I will excrete and come back. Purishotsargam kritva agachami. Prahaja Bhagavan Ashadhabhutirapi tasmin nidarsani bhute matra madaya satvaram prasthitaha. So immediately Ashadhabhuti, this was the opportunity he had been waiting for. He took the bundle and left immediately. Satvaram prasthitaha. Devasharmapi chhatra gunanuranjitamana suvishwastaha yavadupavishtas tishtati tavad suvarna romadeha yutha madhye huduyuddham apashyat. So Devasharma is now chhatra guna anuranjita manaha. He's very convinced and pleased with the gunas of his chhatra Ashadhabhuti. He is suvishwastaha. He is very, very convinced of his qualities. He is trusting him and he is seated fine. Yavad upavishtastisthati tavat suvarna roma deha yutha madhye hudu yuddham apashyat. So he sees a hudu yuddha, a fight between two rams. And where does he see this? Suvarna Roma Deha Yutha Madhye. So he sees this in the there is a group of sheep, okay, which has Suvarna like Roma. Suvarnavat Romani Yasham Dehe Tesham Yutham. The group of that which has Roma like that of gold. Okay, so they are golden hued sheep, okay, gold colored sheep. Mesha Yutha Madhye Hudu Yuddham. He sees the fight between two Meshas. Atha Roshavashat Huduyugalasya Duram Apasarpanam Kritva Bhuyopi Samupetya Lalatapattabhyam Praharataha Bhuri Rudhiram Prahar Patati. So Roshavashat, so those two sheep are very, very angry. So Rosh, because of the anger, Huduyugalasya, a pair of Hudu, a pair of sheep, Mesha, Duram Apasarpanam Kritva. So they're going, so there is a large gap, and then with lot of force they come and hit each other. Bhuyopi samupetya lalata pattabhyam praharataha. So when they are fighting like this, bhuri rudhiram padati. There is a lot of blood that flows. Tacha jambuko jihva laulyena rangabhumim pravishya asvadayati. And there is a jackal there that has jihva laulya, jihva chapala, okay, chapalya. So it wants to taste that blood. Okay. So Rangabhumim Pravishya, it has entered this war field where the fight is going on. Rangabhumi is this place where this fight is going on. Pravishya Aswadayati, it licks the blood that is flowing. Deva Sharma Pitadalokya Vyachinte. Deva Sharma thinks, Aho Mandamatirayam Jambukaha Yadi Kathamak Venayo Sanghate Patishyati Tanunam Mrityum Avapsyati Vitarkayami. Oh, this Jambuka is a dullard, it does not know anything. So it is taking a huge risk and coming inside. Anayoho Sanghate Patishyati Chet. In case it falls and gets trapped between the fight of these two rams, what will happen? Nunam Mrityum Avapsyati, because they are coming with such force. Kshanantarecha Tathaiva Raktaswadana Laulyan Madhye Pravishanne Tayo Shiras Sampate Patitaha Mritascha Shrigalaha. So Raktaswadana Laulya, because of his greed to lick the blood, enters in between these two Meshas and Mritascha Shrigalaha. He dies. Deva Sharmapitam Shochamanaha Matram Uddishya Shanai Shanai Prasthito Yavad Ashadhabhutim Napashyati Tascha Utsukkena Shaucham Vidhaya Yavat Kantham Avalokayati Tavan Matram Napashyati. So Deva Sharma is feeling bad for the Shrigala and looks for Ashadhabhuti. He's not there, immediately tries to clean him up and then comes and looks for the bundle. It is gone. Tatascha haha mushitosmiti jalpan prithivitale murchaya nipapata. Tatah kshanat chetanam labdhva bhuyopi samuthaya putkartum arabdha bho ashadabhute kvamam vanchayitva gatosi dehi me prativachanam. I have been cheated. Mushitaha asmi. I have been robbed. Iti jalpan. He fainted and immediately regained consciousness. Okay. Kshanat chetanam labdhva bhuyopi samuthaya is extremely angry on Ashadhabhuti. Says Ashadhabhute Pamam Vanchayitva Gataha. See, where have you gone? Dehi me prativachanam evam ritya. He is shouting. Evam bahu vilapya, after lamenting like this, Padapadhatim anveshayan, Tasya Padapadhatim, Ashadhabhutehe Padapadhatim anveshayan. So tracing the footsteps of Ashadhabhuti, he starts moving gradually. Athaiva Gachan Sayantana Samaye Kanchit Gramam Asasadahu. He reaches a village, and by that time the sun has gone down. Atha tasmat gramat kaschit kaulikas sabharyo madhyapana krite samipavartini nagare prasthitaha. So it is at that time that a weaver from that grama has started to the nearby city. For what? For madhyapana, for having white. He is looking for some pub and going there in search of some pub. Sabharyaha madhyapana krite Prasthitaha Devasharma Pitamaaloke Provacha Bho Bhadra Vayam Suryodha Atithayasthavantikam Praptaha Nakamapyatra Grame Janimaha Tad Grihyatam Atithi Dharmaha. So Vayam Suryodhaha Atithayaha. So I am the Atithi that has been brought to you by Surya Deva. So Surya Deva has brought me to you, and I do not know anybody in this grama. So please follow Atithi Dharma, take it up and get punya. So we have to understand that a sannyasi can rightfully talk like this because the society was such that a parivrajaka could rightfully go to a grihastha and request him to offer a place for him to stay, because all the other ashramis, be it a sannyasi, brahmachari or a vanaprastha, was under the was to be taken care of grihastha. This was known. So this is not strange that a parivrajaka on the street approaches a grihastha and requests him for this. Samprapto yotithissayam suryodho grihamedinam pujaya tasya devatvam prayanti grihamedinaha. So yaha atithihi sayankale suryodaha grihamedinam sampraptaha. So the atithi who comes after the sun has gone down, he is thought to be brought by Lord Surya himself. Tasya pujaya grihamedinaha devatvam prayanti. So by worshipping him, grihasthas attain devatva. Pranani bhumirudakam vakchaturthi cha sunrata satametani harmeshu nochchidyante kadachana. So these four things never get exhausted and are always available in the house of good people. Pranani, kusha, grass, so that there is a darbhasana that can be made. And then bhumihi, place for stay, udakam, water, and sunrata vak. And satyavachana, satyavak is always available. Swagatena agnayastripta asanena shatakpratuhu padashauchena pitaro hyarghachambhustathatithe. So atithe swagatena agnayaha triptaha. So Agni is pleased by welcoming an atithi to your house. Asanena shatakratuhu. So by providing him a seat, Lord Indra becomes happy, and by doing padaseva to him, offering him water and cleaning up his feet, padashauchena pitaraha tripyanti arghat shambhu. So because of pujopachara, other upacharas that you can do to him, because of that Lord Shambhu becomes happy. Kaulikopi tachrutva bharyamaha priye gachatvam atithimadaya griham prati padashaucha bhojana shayanadibhis satkritya tvam tatraiva tishtha aham tava krite prabhutam madhyapanam madhyam aneyashyami eva muktva prasthitaha. So even Kaulika, listening to this parivrajaka, he says, priye gacha, please take this atithi home. Padashaucha bhojana shayanadibhi satkritya tvam tatraiva tishtha. So you please take care of his padashaucha, bhojana, shayana and all. Do all this vyavastha. Then take care of him. I will get a lot of madhya for you. Eva muktva prasthitaha. Sapi bharya pumshchali tamadaya prahasita vadana devadattam manasidhyayanti griham prati pratasthe. And she happened to be a pumshchali. She was not a sati. She was not a pativrata. So she was an unchaste woman, a woman with loose morals. So what happened? So once she got this opportunity, she smiled to herself and she thought of her lover Devadatta. Devadattam manasi dhyayanti griham prati pratasthe. So thinking of her lover Devadatta, and she proceeded towards her home. Athava sadhu chedam uchyate. Durdivase ghanatimiре dussancharasu nagaravidhishu patyur videsha gamane paramasukham jaghana chapalayah. Durdivase ghanatimire dussancharasu nagaravidhishu patyur videsha gamane paramasukham jaghana chapalayah. Durdivase Ghanatimiре Dussancharasu Nagara Vithishu Patyuhu Videsha Gamane Paramasukham Jaghana Chapalaya. So Jaghana Chapala. Jaghana refers to thighs. So somebody Jaghana Chapala is the name is used to refer who is asati, chaste woman. So Jaghana Chapalayaha, so for an unchaste woman, Paramasukham bhavati. Paramasukham kada bhavati. She becomes very happy when Durdivase. So Durdivasaha refers to a day that is clouded, usually a rainy day when it is full of clouds. Okay? Such a day is called Durdivasa, Durdinam. Okay? Megachannam ahaha Durdinam, Durdivasaha iti kathyate. So a day covered fully by clouds, a rainy day. Then people usually do not come out of their houses such a day, when she will not be spotted, so that she can meet her lover. Ghanatimire evameva ghora andhakara samaye, when there is super darkness. And then nagaravitheshu dussancharasu. So nagaravithayaha yada dussancharaha bhavanti. So when the nagaravithis, the streets of the city, become very difficult for sanchara. When there is a time when there is some kind of a commotion, local commotion, and because of that people cannot do sanchara freely, let us say. On such an occasion, even then she becomes very happy because she will not be spotted. She can easily meet her secret love. Patyuhu videshagamane. So when the husband is not in town, paramasukham bhavati. Kasyaha Jaghana Chapalaya. For an unchaste woman, these are happy occasions. Tathacha. Kelif pradahati majjam shringarosthini chatavah katavaha bandhakyah paritosho na kinchid ishte bhavet patyau. Kelif pradahati majjam shringarosthini chatavah katavaha bandhakyah paritosho na kinchid ishte bhavet patyau. So again, what has been described, the nature of a kulata, an asati. What does she do? Bandhaki ti aparam padam. Another word to refer to a pumshchali. What happens to her? Kelihi majjam pradahati. Kelihi pradahati majjam. Shringaraha asthini. Chatavaha katavaha. Bandhakyaha paritoshaha na kinchit. Ishte bhavet patyau. So, bandhaki. So, what happens to a bandhaki? Kelihi majjam pradahati. So, for her, the sport of love. Okay, Keli is play, sport. Okay, that burns her marrow. Majja refers to marrow, the fluid that is there between the bones. Asthi madhyastha sneha visheshaha. Majja, that burns her bone, say marrow. Shringaraha asthini. And Shringara Vachana, any kind of very nice behavior, Preeti Purvaka behavior from her husband, it burns her bones. Asthini pradahati. Chatavaha katavaha bhavanti. Chatu bhashana means what? Sweet words. Okay? Nice, pleasing words of her husband, they become bitter to her. Katavaha bhavanti. Bandhakyaha ishte patyau na kinchit paritoshaha bhavet. So for a bandhaki, so when her husband behaves as is ishte patyau sati. So when the husband is pleasing, when the husband behaves nicely in a pleasing manner, any kind of ishta demonstrated by her husband is not welcome by her. She does not get paritosha out of that. Na kinchit paritoshaha bhavet. She is never satisfied. Kulapatanam janagarham bandhanam api jivitavya sandeham angikaroti kulata satatam parapurusha samsakta. Kulapatanam janagarham bandhanam api jivitavya sandeham angikaroti kulata satatam parapurusha samsakta. kulata asati satatam parapurusha samsakta. So how is the kulata? Satatam parapurusha samsakta. So ever interested in parapurusha, somebody other than her husband. Parapurusha satatam parapurusha samsakta kulata kulapatanam janagarham jivitavya sandeham bandhanam api angikaroti. So she does not matter all these things that are normally unthinkable for a chaste woman, for a sati who will fear kulapatana, janagarha, jivitavya sandeha and bandhana. These are too dangerous for a sati. But a kulata will not mind. She will accept all this. What are they? Kulapatanam. She does not care about her kula. So what will happen to my kula? So what will the society think of my kula, my parents, my parivara? She does not care. Jana Garha. So she will be ridiculed by the people. Does not matter. Jana Garha also does not matter. Jivitavya Sandeha. So her threat to her own life. What if she is caught red-handed and what will people do to her? What will her own family do to her? It could her life could be in trouble. Does not matter. Threat to her life. Sandeha here refers to danger or threat. Very threat to her life. Bandhana. What will happen? She can get locked up. Her freedom can go away. She does not care. Does not care for any of these things. She continues to engage in whatever she likes. She continues her pursuit of another man. Atha kaulika bharya griham gatva devasharmane gatastaranam bhagnancha khatvam samarpyedamaha ho bhagavan yavadaham swasakhim gramadabhyagatam sambhavya drutamagacchami tavattvaya madgrihe pramattena bhavyam. Atha kaulika bharya griham gatva devasharmane gata astaranam bhagnam cha khatvam samarpya idam aha bho bhagavan yavat aham swasakhim gramat abhyagatam sambhavya drutam agacchami tavat tvaya madgrihe apramattena bhavyam. Kaulika bharya, kaulikasya bharya, tantuvayasya bharya, the weaver's wife, griham gatva, having reached her home, what did she do? Devasharmane khatvam samarpya. Khatva refers to a cot. Okay. So she offered a cot to the Atithi Devasharma, to the Parivrajaka. And how was that khatva? It was broken already. Bhagnam khatvam samarpya. She offered a broken cot. And gatastaranam. So astarana is a spreading, okay, a bed-like thing to be spread on the cot. And that cot did not have an astarana. Gatastaranam. Gatam astaranam. Okay. So there is no astarana. It is gone. Tadrishim khatvam samarpya. She offered such a cot. Broken one did not have a proper bedding at all. And what did she tell? Ho Bhagavan yavadaham swasakhim gramadabhyagatam sambhavya drutam agacchami. So I will go meet my friend, okay, who has come from another village. Gramate abhyagatam swasakhim sambhavya, having after meeting her. Yavat aham drutam agacchami. I will go and come back. Tavat, till then, tvaya madgrihe, in my house, apramattena bhavyam. So please stay carefully. Okay, pramatta here, pramada refers to carelessness, right? So apramattena bhavyam means you have to be careful and stay safe. Don't worry, I will come back. I will be back. Evam abhidhaya shringara vidhim vidhaya yavad devadattam vrajati tavat tadbharta sammukho madavihvalango muktakesha pade pade praskhalan grihita madhyabhanda samabhyeti tancha drishtva sadrutataram vyaghutya swagriham pravishya mukta shringara vesha yatha purvam abhavat. Evam abhidhaya shringara vidhim vidhaya yavat devadattam uddishya vrajati tavat tadbharta sammukha मदविह्वलाङ्गः मुक्तकेशः पदे पदे प्रस्खलन् गृहीतमद्यभाण्डः समभ्येति तं च दृष्ट्वा सा द्रुततरं व्याघुट्य स्वगृहं प्रविश्य मुक्तशृङ्गारवेषा यथा पूर्वम् अभवत् एवं अभिधाय having told like this to Devasharma the Parivrajaka, she dressed herself nicely. Shringara vidhim vidhaya yavat Devadattam uddishya vrajati. When she starts to proceed towards Devadatta, the place wherever he is staying, tavat, by then what happened? Tad bharta, tasyaha bharta, her husband, सम्मुखः मदविह्वलाङ्गः मुक्तकेशः पदे पदे प्रस्खलन् गृहीतमद्यभाण्डः समभ्येति तस्याः भर्ता समभ्येति her husband comes. How does he come? So he comes sammukhaha. So he is coming, so she is moving in this direction and he is coming towards her. Sammukhaha, so he is in front of her. So he comes like that. And how is he? Mada vihvalangaha, madena vihvalangaha. So he is not, he is very, very weak. Okay? He is intoxicated, and because of that, all his limbs are shaking. Okay? Just coming with scattered hair. Okay? Muktakeshaha, his hair is loose and scattered. Pade pade praskhalan. So he is staggering at every step, not able to keep the other step. So intoxicated he is. Grihita madhyabhandaha, and he also has a madhyabhanda, a patra of wine in his hand, and he is approaching. Samabhyeti tamcha drishtva sa drutataram vyaghutya. Immediately she comes back, she retreats. Nivritya, she comes back. Vyaghutya means immediately she traces back her steps. Swagriham pravishya, goes inside her house. Mukta shrangara vesha, so takes away all her ornaments and keeps it back and becomes normal. So she regains her old vesha. Pauliram vilokya prageva karna paramparaya tasya apavada shravanat shubhita hridaya swakaram niguhamana sadaivaste. Kaulikaha api तां पलायमानां कृत अद्भुत शृंगारां विलोक्य प्रागेव कर्णपरंपरया तस्याः अपवाद श्रवणात् क्षुभित हृदयः स्व आकारं निगूहमानः सदैव आस्ते कौलिकः. So, and this weaver as well, tam palayamana Kritadbhuta Shringaram Vilokya. So he has spotted her. And Vilokya, Katham Vilokya, Kritadbhuta Shringaram Palayamanam. So he has seen her in a nice Shringara Vesha where she has dressed herself very well. And she was going somewhere. She was leaving somewhere. Palayamanam Saha Drishtavan, Vilokitavan, Vilokya. And prageva karna paramparaya tasyaha apavada shravanat shubhita hridaya. And this fellow, poor fellow, has already heard stories about his own wife. Okay, karna paramparaya tasyaha apavada shravanat. He has heard it already, but now he knows he has caught her red-handed. Shubhita hridaya. Dukhita hridaya. He is very perturbed. He is very much affected. Swakaram niguhamanaha. So he does not enter immediately. He does not want her to know that he has noticed. Niguhamanaha. Tadaivaste. I think Tathaivaste should be there. Okay. He was there. Okay. He did not enter immediately. Tatascha tathavidham cheshtitam avalokya drishtapratyayah krodhavashago griham pravishya tamaha pape pumschali vaprasthitasi sa provacha aham tvatsakashadagata nakutrachidapi nirgata tat katham madhyapanavashad aprastutam vadasi athava sadhuchedam uchyate tataha cha तथाविधं चेष्टितम् अवलोक्य दृष्टप्रत्ययः क्रोधवशगः गृहं प्रविश्य ताम् आह आह पापे पुंश्चलि तव क्व प्रस्थितासि सा प्रोवाच अहं त्वत्सकाशात् आगता न कुत्रचित् अपि गता निर्गता तत् कथं मद्यपानवशात् अप्रस्तुतं वदसि अथवा साधुचेदम् उच्यते. So, and then tathavidham cheshtitam avalokya, and see, she goes inside, and probably when she is taking off her shringara vesha, he has noticed, and now drishta pratyayaha, now he has seen it with his own eyes. Now pratyaya here refers to jnana, prapta jnanaha ityarthaha. He now has strong evidence. He is very much convinced that whatever he has heard about her is indeed true. Krodha vashagaha. So he is extremely angry. So immediately he starts shouting off, Pape, umshchali, you unchaste woman, Vaprasthitasi. Where have you decided? Where are you going? Vaprasthitasi. So where have you started? Sa provacha. And she says, Aham totsakashati agata nakutrachidapi nirgata. So I have, see, after coming from your place, so I was with you only, and then I came from there. Nakutrachidapi nirgata, and I have not left this place ever since. Tat katham madhyapana vashatu aprastutam vadasi. And because of nicely having drunk, you are speaking something and all. Okay, something and all you are talking. Aprastutam vadasi. What you are speaking is not right. Athava sadhu chedam uchyate. It is indeed rightly told. Vaikalyam dharanipaatamayathochita jalpanam sannipatasya chinhani madhyam sarvani darshayet. Vaikalyam dharanipaatamayathochita jalpanam sannipatasya chinhani madhyam sarvani darshayet. So Vaikalyam, so all the signs of Sannipata. So Sannipata is a high fever that we saw elsewhere. I think there was a reference to Sannipata. The one who cures Sannipata is a great Vaidya or some sort of a reference like that we had. Sannipata is a type of Jvara. Okay. And it is kind of incurable, very difficult to cure. Sannipatasya sarvani chinhani madhyam darshaye. So all the symptoms, signs of Sannipata are shown by Madhya also. Somebody who is intoxicated shows the same signs as that of Sannipata. What are they? Vaikalyam. Vaikalya is some kind of a deformity of limbs. Okay? Limbs are not proper, they become too shaky. Vaikalyam. Dharani padam. Falling on the ground. Okay, and losing one's consciousness. Dharani padam. And ayathochita jalpanam. And to blabber. Ayatha uchita jalpanam. So ayathochitam means yathochitam. Yathochitam, what is right? Ayathochitam, what is not right? Something and all, blabbering. Sannipatasya sarvani chinhani madhyam darshayat. Madhyapana shows all these symptoms very nicely. Karaspandombaratyagasте johani saragata varuni sangajavastha bhanunapyanubhuyate. Karaspandombaratyagasте johani saragata varuni sangajavastha bhanunapyanubhuyate. Karaspandaha ambaratyagaha tejo hanihi saragata varuni sangaja avastha bhanuna api anubhuyate. There's a nice comparison here and a nice shlesha. All the words have two meanings. Varuni sangaja avastha bhanuna api anubhuyate. So Varuni refers to Madhya. It refers to wine. Varuni also refers to something that is associated with Varuna. Right? So Varuna Sambadham, Varunam, Varuni Dik. Okay? So the west, the direction is also called Varuni Dik, because the Dik Devata for the west is Varuna. So it is called Varuni. So Varuni Sangaja Avastha. So when there is a Sangha attachment, when there is a contact with Varuni, the avastha that is born out of a Sangha with Varuni, even Bhanu is Surya. Surya also experiences the same things. So when Surya comes in contact with Varuni Dik, the west, due to his contact with Varuni, he experiences 4 things. The same things are experienced by men who come in contact with Varuni Madhya. What are they? Karaspandaha, Ambaratyagaha, Tejohanihi, Saragata. Yetani Chatvari. Karaspandaha. So the rays, Kara in case of Surya refers to Mayukha. Right? So the Karaspanda means the lessening of rays. The rays become shaky and they gradually retreat. Right? So once the sun starts setting, once he reaches the Varuni Dik, it means he is going down. So the rays are going down. Karaspandaha, the retraction of his rays. Ambaratyagaha, Ambara is Akasha. So Akasha Tyagaha, he leaves the sky when he embraces Varuni Dik. Then Tejo Hanihi, all his Teja goes down. And Saragata, so Raga here refers to red, right? The color red. So he embraces Saraga. So he becomes Saraga, he embraces Raga, he becomes red before going down. Evameva, Varuni Sangaja Avastha, Bhanuna, Swayam Suryena Anubhuyate Chet, Manushyena api Anubhuyate Khalu, Manushyena Katham Anubhuyate, Manushyapi Karaspandaha Bhavati. So his hands start shaking. Ambaratyagaha, he is no longer aware of what he is wearing, if there is a garment on his body or not, he does not know. Ambaratyagaha, Ambara here refers to Vastram. Tejo Hanihi, he removes all his Teja, it is all gone. And then Saragata, he becomes because of intoxication, his Raga, his passion increases. So all these are experienced by Manushyas also. Swayam Bhanuna Anubhuyate Chet, Manushyena api Anubhuyate. Yatha. So Pratikula-vachanam Desha-viparyayancha-avalokya tamaha pumschali chirakalam shruto amayatavapavadaha tadadyam karomi ityabhidhaya lagud punaya saha dridhabandhanena badhva swopi madavihvalo nidravasham agamat. Saha api tat shrutva pratikula-vachanam Vesha-viparyayam cha avalokya tam aha pumschali chirakalam shrutaha maya tava apavadaha tat adya swayam sanjata pratyayaha tava yathochitam nigraham karomi iti abhidhaya laguda praharaihi tam jarjarita deham vidhaya sthunaya saha dridhabandhanena badhva saha api madavihvalaha nidravashamagam. So hearing her pratikula vachana, that she does not have even a little bit of remorse, she is not even ready to accept, and Vesha Viparyaya, and seeing her Vesha Viparyaya, he saw her fully dressed and now she has changed herself. So seeing all this, extremely angry. Cha avalokya tamaha pumschali. Okay. Chirakalam shrutaha maya tava apavada. I have been hearing about your transgressions for a very long time. Tadadya swayam sanjata pratyaha. Now, and all these days I did not do anything to you. In fact, I was very nice to you. We were going together. Even when they were going together for the pub, he says that priye yenam griham pratinaya evam rupena saha vadati. So he says he has not trusted any of the vachanas of the locals, right? But then Adya swayam sanjata pratyaha. Now I am convinced I have caught you red-handed. Yathochitam nigraham karuni. I am going to punish you the way you deserve. Ityabhidhaya. So having told that, laguda praharehi. So he takes up a nice stick. Laguda is a stick. Laguda praharehi. So he beats her with the stick. And jarjarita deham vidhaya. So he makes her, jarjarita deha. Jarjara refers to wound. Okay. So he causes her body to have lot of wounds. Okay. He hurts her nicely. Jarjarita deham vidhaya sthunaya saha dridhabandhanena badhva. Ties her to a pillar nicely. Dridhabandhanena sthunaya saha badhva. Sopi madavihvalaha. And he is already intoxicated, right? Madavihvalaha, he slept. Nidravasham magavat. Slept nicely. Atrantare tasya sakhi napiti kaulikam nidravashagatam vignaya tam gatvedamaha sakhi sadevadattasmin sthane tvam pratikshate tachhighram agamyatam sachaha paschimamavastham tat katham gacchami tad gatva bruhi tam kaminam yadasyam ratro natvaya saha samagama napiti praha sakhi mamaivam vada Nayam kulatha dharmaha uttancha. Atrantare tasyaha sakhi napiti kaulikam nidravashagatam vignaya tam gatva idam aha sakhi saha devadattaha tasmin sthane tvam pratikshate tat shighram agamyatam iti. Sa cha aha pashya mama avastham tat katham gacchami Tadgatva bruhi tam kaminam yat asyam ratrau natvaya saha samagamaha napiti praha sakhi ma evam vada na ayam kulata dharmaha uktancha. And when all this was happening, what happens? Tasyaha sakhi napiti. So she has a friend, okay, who is the barber's wife, Mrs. Barber. Okay. Sakhi napiti kaulikam nidravashagatam vignaya. So she comes near her and knows that her husband is asleep. The kaulika is sleeping. Vignaya evam jnatva tam gatva idamaha. So she approaches her sakhi, this lady, Kaulika's wife, and says, Sa Devadattaha, your lover Devadatta, tasmin sthane tvam pratikshate. He is waiting for you in that place. Shighram agamyatam, come quickly. Sachaha pashya mama avastham, look at me, look at my condition. Mama avastham pashya tat katham gacchami. How am I supposed to go? How do I go? Tat gatva bruhi. Tasmat gatva bruhi tam kaminam. You please tell my love. Okay, tam kaminam bruhi. Kim yat asyam ratrau natvaya saha samagam. Look at her and look at her audacity. So she has been caught red-handed by her husband. Okay, but still she wants this to be conveyed to her lover that this night I won't be able to meet you. Asyam ratrau tvaya saha samagamaha na bhavet iti bruhi. And this napiti, she says, Sakhi, ma, please don't say like that. Na, I am kulata dharma. See, we kulatas also have a dharma. Okay. And this is not right for us to do. See, if we are going to be like this, we cannot do all this. So, such a small, thing should not bother you. Otherwise, we cannot be kulatas. So, she wants to remind her of kulata dharma. Vishamastha phala vyavasaya nishchayo yesha ushranamiva tesham manyeham shamsitam janma. Vishamastha phala vyavasaya nishchayo yesha ushranamiva tesham manyeham shamsitam janma. So Vishamastha swadu phala grahana vyavasaya nishchayaha yesham ushtranam iva tesham manye aham shamsitam janma. She says ushtranam iva. So see, like a camel. Okay. Like a camel, Vishamastha swadu phala grahana vyavasaya nishchayaha yesham. So, yesham etadrishaha nishchayaha asti. So the ones who have a determination like this, nishchayaha, determination. Okay. So what kind of a nishchaya? Vyavasaya nishchaya. A very, see, vyavasaya itself means determination. Okay. And nishchaya here refers to a firm determination, a very hard determination. Vyavasaya nishchayaha. Putra. Swadu phala grahane yasham vyavasaya nishchaya. So the ones who are well determined, very firmly determined in accessing, in getting access to delicious fruits. Swadu phala grahane yasham vyavasaya nishchaya asti. Putrastha swadu phalanam grahane vishamastha swadu phalanam grahane. So Vishamastha, Vishama refers to an inaccessible spot. Okay. So those who are very well determined to enjoy the fruits that are in an inaccessible location, like Ushtras. Ushtraha refers to a camel. So die-hard determination, do or die attitude, like those of camels that somehow, look for Vishamastha Phalagrahana, even camels too, because they are mostly found only in the deserts. And in desert, every phala is in a Vishamasthana only. So somehow they find that spot and they relish those fruits and they are determined to do that. Evameva yasham nishchayaha bhavet yasham janma shamsitam manye. Only their birth is considered to be a birth that is worthy. It's a worthwhile birth. So, tesham janma prashamsitam. So that is to be lauded, that is to be appreciated. That is what I think. And this is not a big thing to be, after all, beaten up by your husband and to be caught. It's not a big matter. You should not give up your heart. Tathacha. Sandigdhe paraloke janapavade cha jagati bahuchitre Swadhine pararamane dhanyastarunya phalabhajaha. Sandigdhe paraloke janapavade cha jagati bahuchitre Swadhine pararamane dhanyastarunya phalabhajaha. Also, he says, paraloke sandigdhe jagati bahuchitre jana apavade Swadhine pararamane cha sati tarunya phalabhajaha dhanyaha. So dhanyaha. So those people are blessed souls. They are dhanyaha, who tarunya phalabhajaha. Those who enjoy the fruit of their youth. Tarunya phala bhajaha. Those who enjoy and without any remorse, they have fun. Those who chill. When and why? Paraloke sandigdhe sati. See, paraloka is doubtful. Okay. What we know for sure is the concrete loka that is visible to our senses, that is known to our senses, that can be experienced by our indriyas. Right? So paraloka is sandigdha. We don't know of it for sure. So paraloke sandigdhe jagati bahuchitre jana apavad. And you cannot care much about jana apavadaha santi loke drishyate. See, even Sita was blamed by this loka. Anyway, this loka will come up with something or the other, so we cannot bother much about that. And when we have Swadhine Pararamane, and we have another Ramana and another lover, Pararamana, and he's not our husband, he's not the rightfully wedded husband, but Pararamana is Swadhina. So there is a lover, okay, who is Swadhina, who loves us and who is under our control. Then, when all these are there, Tarunya phala bhajaha dhanya. And when this is there, those who enjoy the fruit of their youth, those are really blessed souls. Why think of other things and bother much? Sabravit yadyevam tarhi kathaya katham dridha bandhana baddha sati tatra gacchami sannihitaschayam papatma matpatihi नापित्याह सखी मदविह्वलोयं सूर्यकरस्पृष्टः प्रबोधं यास्यति तदहं त्वाम् उन्मोचयामि माम् आत्मस्थाने बद्ध्वा द्रुततरं देवदत्तं सम्भाव्यागच्छ सा ब्रवीत् यदि एवं तर्हि कथय कथं दृढबन्धनबद्धा सती तत्र गच्छामि सन्निहितः च अयं पापात्मा मत्पतिः नापिति आह सखी मदविह्वलः अयं सूर्यकरस्पृष्टः प्रबोधं यास्यति तत् अहं त्वाम् उन्मोचयामि माम् आत्मस्थाने बद्ध्वा द्रुततरं देवदत्तं सम्भाव्य आगच्छ सा ब्रवीत्. She says, oh, is it so? Yadi evam, if that is so, but what can I do? Kathaya katham drida bandhana baddha sati. So having been tied up like this with a very hard knot, okay, dridha bandhanena baddha sati aham katham tatra gacchami. How can I go there? Also this papatma, my husband, okay, I am sannihitaha. He is very near. He is just here. And how can I leave now? Apitiyaha. This barber, the wife of the barber says, Ki madavihvalaha ayam. This guy is intoxicated. He is zoned out now. He's well asleep. Surya karasprishtaha prabodham yasyati. So when he is touched by the rays of the sun, he will gain back his prabodha. He will wake up then. Prabodham yasyati. He will wake up. Tadaham tvam unmochayami. Asmat aham tvam unmochayami. I will now untie you. Mam atmasthane badhva. Sorry, there is a typo here. Badhva. Okay. So, mam atmasthane badhva. Tying me in your place. Drutataram devadattam sambhavya agach. So, please go meet Devadatta. Do whatever is there to do. Please finish it off and come back. Come back quickly. Drutataram agach. Sabravit vyoma-samskrta-pathasala. Tadanu sa napiti tam swasakhem bandhanad vimocya tasya sthane yatha purvam atmanam badhva tam devadatta sakashe sanketa sthanam tam devadatta sakashe sanketa sthanam preshitavati devadatta sanketa sthanam preshitavati sa bravit evam-asthiti. She says, she is agreed. She has agreed now. Okay, so be it. Tadanu, following that, Sanapiti, the wife of the barber, Tam Swasakhim Bandhanad Vimochya, after untying her Sakhi, loosening her, untying her, Tasyaha Sthane Yatha Purum Atmanam Badhva. She tied herself up there. And Devadatta Sakashe Sanketa Sthanam Preshitavati. So she sent her to Sanketa Sthana. Sanketa Sthana is the indicated place which has been agreed upon between Devadatta and this wife of the Kaulika and this upholder of Kulata Dharma, this Napiti. Okay, all the three of them know. Tasmin Sthane Preshit, Tasmin Sthana, Tat Sthanam Preshitavati. So she sent her to that place. तथानुष्ठिते कौलिकः कस्मिंश्चित् क्षणे समुत्थाय किञ्चित् गतकोपो विमदः ताम् आह हे परुषवादिनी यद्यद्य प्रभृति गृहान् निष्क्रमणं न करोषि न च परुषं वदसि ततस्त्वाम् उन्मोचयामि नापित्यपि स्वरभेदभयाद् यावन्न किञ्चिदूचे तावत् सोऽपि भूयो भूयस्तां तदेव तथानुष्ठिते कौलिकः कस्मिंश्चित् क्षणे समुत्थाय किञ्चित् गतकोपः विमदः ताम् आह हे परुषवादिनी यदि अद्य प्रभृति गृहात् निष्क्रमणं न करोषि न च परुषं वदसि ततः त्वाम् उन्मोचयामि नापिति अपि स्वरभेदभयात् यावत् न किञ्चित् ऊचे तावत् सः अपि भूयः भूयः तां तदेव Now, when this has been done like this, when all this took place, tatha anushtite, kaulikaha kasminchit kshane samuthaya kinchit gata kopaha. Now his anger has come down. Okay. Kinchit gata kopaha, he woke up. Okay. Vimadaha, and his intoxication also seems to have reduced a bit. Tam aha, he tells her. Hey, Parushavadini. Okay. Oh, so Parusha is very speaker of harsh words. Hey, Parushavadini. Yadi Adya Prabhrati. He seems really to be loving his wife. Okay, so he gives her another chance. So he says, even after he has caught her red-handed, some case he became too angry and he bet her up, but then he seems to be regretting that now. Says, Yadya Prabhrati Grihat Nishkramanam Nakaroshi. If you agree to not leave the house from today, Grihat Nishkramanam Nakaroshi, Nacha Parusham Vadasi, and not speak harshly to me. Tataha tvam unmochayami. Then I will untie you. I will free you. This Napiti is here and it is dark. Napiti api swara bheda bhayat. Because she knows that he will recognize the change in her swara, change in her tone, in her voice. Yavat nakinchiduche, when she does not talk anything, when she does not reply. But he is going on asking her the same thing. Swopi bhuyo bhuyaha tam tadeva. He's repeatedly asking her the same thing. We can stop here now. And, so yesterday, there were not many students in the class. Some of you seem to have missed the class. So I would like to ask this question again. If you would be interested in giving and taking up an oral intermediate assessment, I would request you to answer a poll that I am creating now. If you're interested in an intermediate assessment, an oral assessment, okay, I may not be able to create a poll. Okay. I'm unable to create a poll for some reason. So I request you to raise your hands. Those of you who would be interested in giving an intermediate oral assessment. Just the count. Those of you who raised your hands yesterday, I request you to raise again so that I can have a count. What type of oral exam? There, it will not be a difficult exam. It is just for me to have an opportunity to interact with the students and for the students to have an opportunity to interact. That's all. So, and it need not be in Sanskrit, so it can be in English. 7. All right. Okay. So, there are any questions? We have not decided on the date, Mahodaya. So depending on those who are interested only, we are planning to have. So if there are not many takers for it, we will not have. We'll just have one final assessment. That's all. The relevance of the sheep's fight and the jackal's death, once we finish the story of Ashadhabhuti, we will try to figure that out. It is not very convincing for me, but then I hope you can recall the last verse of Damanaka. So Damanaka is trying to tell this story to give an example. So he said that, it is because of him that he has brought see, now the Pingalaka and Sanjeevaka are together, and there is a lot of problem in the kingdom because not everybody is getting their share, and the entire retinue of the lion is gone. So, and Damanaka understands that the reason for all this is himself. Right? He brokered the relationship between Sanjeevaka and Pingalaka voluntarily, and he brought this upon himself. The way Jambuka brought it upon himself, and he voluntarily entered the fight between those two sheeps and got himself killed. No one else was responsible for that. Similarly, the situation of this Devasharma, that he lost his matra, he voluntarily handed over his Vidya matra that he had been protecting for so long. He went and handed it over to this Ashadhabhuti, and this Dutika we will see how she gets herself mutilated. Okay, and that was also voluntary. Even this Kaulika's wife did not even ask her for any help, but she volunteered and she got herself into trouble. So the same way, I have brokered this relationship between Sanjeevaka and Pingalaka and brought this trouble to myself. I have gone back. I have lost my own privilege. I seem to have enjoyed the privilege for a very short time. It is gone again. Now the king no longer wants to see me, and so on. So that is all. Astu, are there any questions? Raised hands? Rajagopal Mahodaya.
I'm sorry, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
To raise hands. So that's
yeah, okay. So, yeah, you may lower your hands if you do not have any questions. Yes, Narasingha Mahodaya. You can unmute yourself. Narasingha Mahodaya, are you able to hear me?
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please?
No. I saw that your hand was raised. Do you have any questions?
Oh, sorry, that was for the question about the assessment.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mahodaya. PG Mahodaya. Yes.
Namaskara.
Yes, namaskara.
There was Upavishtaha Tishtati. Actually, Upavishta is seated, right? And
yes.
Tishtati is standing, right? So how it is?
Okay. So he stays seated. Okay. So there it means to stay seated.
Okay. Dhanyavada.
Okay. Yes. Jairam Mahodaya.
Yes, madam. One question I have is regarding the exam.
Yes.
Will it be on the content, the story, or the grammar part of it? Because grammar part is a bit easier for me. I can't remember the whole story, all the different parts of the story.
Okay. See, Mahodaya, it is not about if it is, not... it is not for, it's not like grammar or the story. In fact, I have myself not thought about, what I will be asking or anything. It's just a thought that it could be an opportunity for interaction. That is all. So once we take the count, and if sufficient number, there is an interest, then I can think of how to conduct, etc. I'll definitely let you know before the assessment.
Okay, because the reason is there's so many characters and stories.
Yeah. It is it is not going to be about you should narrate the story or something like that. Okay. No, it won't be like that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So then there is a pratasthe. Yeah, pratasthe is lit lakara. Okay, so it is stha dhatu. Okay, then there is a pra upasarga that is added, and then lit lakara, and then it is atmanepada. Okay, so stha dhatu is ubhayapadi dhatu. You can have both parasmaipada and atmanepada rupa. So this is lit lakara in atmanepada, it becomes pratasthe. This prathama purusha ekavachana. Okay. So the rupa is like pratasthe, pratasthate, okay, pratasthire. So it becomes like that. Sundari Mahodaya.
Shruyate Kim? Oh.
Shruyate Mahodaya.
And for exam, if it is grammar, story, everything mixed.
Okay. Okay, Mahodaya. I hope you raised your hand. I took, the count was 7 or 8. Okay. Thank you. No more questions. Okay. I think we can close here. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha. See you next week.